Life has many definitions of love: romantic, platonic, and selfless. But there is one kind of love that is so pure and unconditional that no measure of sacrifice can equal it: the love of parents for their children. This is the story of Arav, a young man who only realized the depth of his parents' love when life forced him to look back at the journey they had walked together. Childhood days. The seeds of sacrifice. Arav was born in a small village where his father worked as a schoolteacher and his mother was a homemaker. They lived a modest life, never luxurious, but filled with warmth. When Arav was little, he often complained about not having toys like his friends in the city. He wanted remote-controlled cars and video games, but his father would gently smile and hand him a wooden spinning top, carved with his own hands. "Play with this, my son," his father would say. "It may not shine, but it carries love in every curve." At that age, Arav never understood what those words meant. He simply wished he had more. His mother, on the other hand, always made sure Arav never went to bed hungry. Even on nights when food was scarce, she would serve Arav a full plate and tell him, "I already ate, beta, you eat first." Only years later did Arav realize that his mother often went to sleep hungry, just to ensure he had enough. The struggles behind education. When Arav reached high school, his father decided that his son should study in a better school in the nearby town. It meant extra expenses, bus fares, books, and uniforms, but his father didn't hesitate. Every morning, before the sun rose, his father would cycle 10 kilometers to tutor children in nearby villages, earning a little extra money. He never complained, never showed exhaustion. Arav, however, only saw the benefits: better schooling, new friends, and exposure to a bigger world. One day, Arav asked his father, "Papa, why do you work so hard? You already teach the whole day." His father smiled and said, "If my sweat can open doors for your future, then I will happily work until my last breath." A parent's duty is to dream bigger dreams for their child than they could ever dream for themselves. Those words etched a deep mark, but Arav was too young to fully grasp their weight. College dreams and hidden tears. When Arav finished school, he secured admission into a prestigious engineering college in the city. The fees were enormous compared to the family's income. Arav hesitated to tell his parents, but when they found out, his father's eyes shone with pride. "Don't worry about the fees, son. You focus on your studies," his father reassured. What Arav didn't know was that his parents secretly sold a small piece of ancestral land to pay the admission fees. His mother parted with her gold bangles, heirlooms from her wedding, to cover hostel expenses. When Arav discovered this much later, he asked his mother why she had done it. She simply held his face in her hands and said, "Jewels and land can be replaced. But your future, once lost, can never return. You are our greatest treasure." The distance and the growing gap. Life in the city changed Arav. He was surrounded by modern luxuries, fast friends, and endless distractions. Whenever his parents called, he would reply briefly, sometimes with irritation. "Papa, I'm busy, I'll call later." "Ma, don't worry about me, I've already eaten." His parents, despite longing for long conversations, never complained. They ended every call with the same words: "Take care of yourself, beta. Eat on time." During festivals, when his friends returned home, Arav often stayed back, claiming he had extra classes or projects. His parents celebrated quietly, cooking his favorite dishes anyway, as if he might walk through the door any moment. Their love was patient, expecting nothing in return. The harsh reality. After 4 years, Arav graduated with flying colors and secured a high-paying job. His parents were overjoyed, but as he moved further into his career, the distance between them widened. He sent money home, thinking it was enough. But what they longed for was not money, it was him. Years passed. Arav climbed the corporate ladder, bought a big car, a luxurious apartment, and surrounded himself with comforts he once envied. But in the midst of all this, he rarely visited his parents. One winter evening, Arav received a call. His father had collapsed due to exhaustion. Arav rushed to the village for the first time in years. When he reached the hospital, he saw his father's frail body lying on the bed, his hands rough from years of toil, his face lined with wrinkles of sacrifice. Seeing his son, his father smiled weakly and whispered, "I'm glad you came, beta. You've made us proud." Arav's eyes welled up. For the first time, he saw the truth he had ignored for so long, the truth written in the tired eyes of his parents, who had given everything for him without asking for anything in return. Realization and redemption. That night, Arav sat beside his unconscious father and held his mother's trembling hands. He saw her worry, her sleepless eyes, and her fragile frame. And then it hit him. While he was busy building a life of comfort, his parents had been silently sacrificing their own comfort just to see him rise. The memories flooded back, his mother's empty plate, his father's worn-out cycle, their smiles that hid hunger and pain. He realized he had taken their love for granted. From that day, Arav changed. He moved his parents to live with him in the city. He made sure they had the comfort they had been denied all their lives. More than material comforts, he gave them time, love, and attention. The moral of the story. Parents' love is the purest form of motivation we can ever receive. It teaches us sacrifice without expectation. Parents give without ever asking for anything in return. Unconditional support. They stand with us, even when the world turns away. Silent endurance. They suffer in silence so we can live without worry. The story of Arav is not unique, it reflects millions of families across the world. Parents may not always express their love in words, but every action of theirs, every silent sacrifice, is proof of a love deeper than oceans and stronger than mountains. We often realize its value too late. But if you are lucky enough to still have your parents by your side, don't wait for tomorrow. Hug them, thank them, spend time with them. Because one day, you will search for their voices and only find silence. Closing thought. Love can be spoken in many languages, but parents speak it best in silence, through the food they leave untouched, the dreams they give up, and the countless nights they stay awake worrying for us. Their love is not loud, but it is eternal. So, remember, success tastes sweetest when shared with the ones who sacrificed for it. And in the end, the greatest gift we can give our parents is not wealth or luxury, but our presence, our gratitude, and our love.